Hello everyone and welcome to the Gaming Club. In today's video, I will do a walkthrough of the patch 1.9.70 that we are currently testing on the public test server. So developers took back T11 Troops, reworked them for a couple of weeks, and now we have the second iteration. Let's have a look. I was able to record this video thanks to BlueStacks. It allows me to play State of Survival on my computer and record high-quality videos for you guys. If you would also like to play State of Survival on your computer, there is a referral link in the video description. Go check it out. Before I start, just a short background story of all the drama that happened around T11 Troops. 1 month ago, approximately, developers released those T11 Troops on the testing server, and they invited a number of people to go check it out and share some feedback. At that stage, the requirement to build T11 Troops were quite high, and it required 45,000 plasma cores to upgrade all the associated researches and open the T11 Troops in your barracks, so across 3 different types of troops. So infantry, riders, and hunters. Of course, other players, when they heard about this kind of feature being tested on the public test server, they were not, well, how do I say, entirely excited that the feature like that can be released publicly. And of course, in my opinion and in the opinion of other players, it will just kill the game because the gap between the free-to-plays and pay-to-plays will be just too much to catch on. The reason is that with the current Plasma Core implementation, the free-to-plays are getting approximately 15 Plasma Cores per day if you do all the Intel missions. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, because every Intel mission is a random one, and you can have either 1 Plasma Core from assignment or 2. Depending on how many of these have been generated, you can get at least 15. Other than that, we have a Plasma Lab where you can get more Plasma Cores. Recently, developers have brought them to other events, like you could get 10-15 cores in Survival of the Fittest event if you score maximum points per certain day. And Plasma Cores started to appear in State versus State shop, where you could buy like 50 of them or less. And in Cameo Town, that special event to the first year anniversary, there was also an in-game shop, and there you could buy like 60 plasma cores, if I remember correctly. Altogether, if you calculate all these events and Intel missions, the free-to-play guys, they could get approximately 500 plasma cores per month. Maybe less, maybe more, depending how you perform in different events and how often you do the Intel missions. With that said, getting to T11 Troops when they had the initial 45,000 plasma core requirements was taking approximately 6 years of the daily grind, and not many players were excited about that, including myself. So what developers did, they issued an official note where the community manager wrote that developer team has received massive feedbacks and complaints regarding the plasma cost and the T11 tech. Dev team released T11 features and new tech aiming to add new game content for all state players. The feature and tech were released in PTR and in State 1 to gather feedback from different environments. Via community feedback and an online survey, the dev team has realized that there were issues in the feature design and also an imbalance between plasma cost and output. The team plans to redesign the T11 tech by significantly reducing the plasma requirement to allow more older players to reach it. The detailed plan will be shared with the community soon. For now, the dev team has removed T11 Troops in PTR and is working on a feasible compensation solution to temporarily close the T11 features and tech in State 1 as well. We'll share more info about the actual progress next week in our communities or via in-game messages. Thank you for support and love. So that happened on November 15th. Now, fast forward 3 days ago, this next round of the PTR or the testing server started. Developers presented us the reworked T11 Troops. So that's what the video is about today. I'm gonna go through the new requirements and what exactly they have changed. So the new building where you can unlock the T11 Troops is called Institute of Plasma. It's very similar to the research lab. I think they even look, well, more or less the same. And in order to unlock them, you need to complete brand new research. So as you can see, 3 different trees of research, and in every tree, once you max out all the researches available, eventually you will be able to unlock T11 Troops. So for example, Pulse Assassins. And this is how the new reworked Institute of Plasma looks like. As you can see, compared to the previous one that we saw a month ago, this one has significantly reduced number of technologies available to research. And per each technology, we have way less plasma core requirements. Thanks to Cat777, who did all the calculation on his or her account in the testing server, we now know what kind of change developers have implemented. And if you look at the bottom numbers, now we need little bit less than 6,000 plasma cores per type of the troops, which means altogether we need a little bit less than 18,000 plasma cores. So I should admit that's pretty big reduction from 45,000 to 18,000. And I'm not going to say how achievable is that right now, but the developers promised they will reduce the total number of cores required, and they did it. They kept their promise. Fine. Next thing that you need to know about T11 troops, that in order to unlock them, it's not enough just to research those technologies that I showed to you, but you also need to upgrade all your buildings, including the one where you do research, so Institute of Plasma, to the 5-star plasma core. And in order to do that right now, we need 14,285 plasma cores. Don't worry to write down all those numbers because I have the mathematics part prepared for you at the end of this video. Just remember that once you upgraded your headquarters to level 30, you will need 14K of plasma cores to get plasma level 5 of all your buildings. With that said, developers also promised that they will be adding more ways. How do we earn plasma? Obviously, with the current state for the free-to-play, it's not possible neither to achieve the plasma 5 stars buildings nor the T11 troops. And the first thing that they added to the game in this round of testing is a special event that is called Dr. Yamazaki's Weekday. And in this event, you can actually complete different tasks in order to earn the plasma cores. So it has 3 days with 3 different objectives on each day. And once you complete the objective, you earn certain amount of plasma cores. So for example, on day 1, as soon as you log into the game, you can have 1. Then you will need to spend stamina, increase building power. On day 2, you have to increase research power. And this one is the most interesting. You need to spend plasma cores to earn more plasma cores. You need to spend speed ups. And on day 3, you need to do hero searches, give alliance timer helps to your mates, and do the donations to the alliance stack. Now, once you do all these tasks, you will earn a certain amount of points per each task, and you will additionally unlock those boxes on the top with even more plasma cores. So once again, I did all the math, and if you complete all the tasks here, the maximum amount of plasma cores you can earn is 138. So it's not clear at this moment if this event gonna happen once per week or bi-weekly or once per month, because it significantly changes the whole picture and the income of the plasma cores for the free-to-plays. Now let's put all the math together. Before I do that, I'm just going to mention that I don't know the precise cost of the Institute of Plasma upgrades. So at the beginning on the Plasma Star 1, it is 71 plasma cores per sub-level. I assume that later on, once you go from plasma cores 2 stars to 3 stars, this cost will be increased. As I mentioned, I don't know the precise cost. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the current Hero Precinct building upgrade cost and assume that Institute of Plasma will have the same one. Now let's put all the math together. So right now, the cost of the level 5 plasma troops is 17,538. Now to get all the level 5 plasma core buildings, you need 14,285 plasma cores. The Institute of Plasma upgrades, as I mentioned, I'm going to assume it's the same cost as the Hero Precinct building. That will require you 2,855 plasma cores. If I add all these numbers together, to max out your account, you will need 34,678 plasma cores. That's the number for the maxing out everything that you have, every single building, every single research, and getting T11 troops. Now let's assume that I'm a free-to-play who is getting plasma cores only without any real money and from the in-game activities. So first of all, I get on average 15 plasma cores from the Intel missions. That's multiplied by 30 days, taking into account that I'm not going to miss a single day and I'm always going to clean 3 times per day the Intel missions. I will get 450 plasma core per month. Now, I cannot calculate the precise amount of other sources of the plasma cores because I don't know if the player who is doing this gonna win state versus state event or gonna lose, because the plasma cores from that shop are available only for those who win. And then I don't know how many plasma cores you get from the plasma lab, and I don't know how many you get from other events, because it depends on how many points you score. So I will take 200 plasma cores as additional income just for my calculation, and together you have, as a free-to-play, 650 plasma cores per month. Now, if you split the first number, which is 34K, into the 450, that means you need 53 months to max out your account. And if I split that by 12, we need 4.4 years in order to grind all the plasma cores. And the final question is that acceptable amount, and you're ready to grind for 4.4 years to max out your account as a free-to-play or not? I don't know, but you guys let me know in the comments, what do you think? And that's all that I wanted to cover in today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be doing more videos soon. You can also support my content through Patreon on monthly basis, and there are some benefits on top of that. And you can do that through one-time donations via PayPal or Stripe. You can also find a lot of State of Survival guides on my website, thegaming.club. I'm trying to keep it up to date, but there are so many changes these days that it's quite a difficult task. Anyway, thanks for watching again, and I wish you a nice day.